any questions?
Thank you.
What do you make of the new digs so far?
The new what?
The new digs in Las Vegas, Raiders.
It's great. I'm having a great time out here. It's awesome. I mean, I'm getting used to the weather a little bit. It's hot, but it's cool.
What are your initial impressions of playing under Patrick Graham?
Great. I mean, he's very communicative. Just the way he wants us to understand why he calls things in certain situations. So, that way it can be easier for the players on the field. Just like when we get in certain situations, just kind of know what he's thinking, so we can all get along.
Something he said just a couple minutes ago was the reason why you're so good is because you're so confident in your preparation and what you put in to being as good as you are. Can you just speak on the testament to that?
I appreciate that. But I mean, I think you are. What you do, how you do anything is how you do everything. So, preparation is definitely a huge part of anything you do in life. But football specifically, just the workload that goes into it, physically and mentally. It's not something you just show up and take care of business. So there's a lot of preparation that goes into it, and I take a lot of pride in it.
Your DB coaches told me the other day that they see you as like a chess piece. Like, how much pride do you take in your versatility?
A lot of it. I feel like I can affect the game in a lot of ways, in a lot of different spots. And this defense is allowing me to do that. Super exciting.
Biggest thing you've learned about this team throughout OTAs and then about your position group?
We have a lot of competitors. This team, we're going to compete. Even today, just going back and forth with the offense and just competing against those guys. We're just going to make each other better. So, it's great having a group of guys that can, just iron sharpen iron.
How have you felt about the level of communication between this unit so far and how everybody's kind of developing together and learning the little nuances that each other has?
Yeah, I think it's been improving a lot every single day as we continue to get to know each other and just how we can communicate to certain guys and just get the best out of them. Like I said, it's just been improving every single day. So as long as we continue to make steps, I think we'll get to where we want to be.
You've had a lot of versatility throughout the course of your career. You're able to move around different spots. What goes into that background of being versatile like that?
I think it started really early on in my career, my rookie season. Just being in a situation where, I was asked to do a lot of certain things. It kind of made my mindset like this is the life of the NFL. Like there's going to be a lot of different roles, a lot of different responsibilities. So I just kind of took that and rode with it for the rest of my career.
Who has stood out to you on either side of the ball so far? Who has stood out to you?
89. Brock, he's a special player. I think Jency's been running really well as well. Jacoby, he runs really good routes. He challenges us, and Gino, he just sometimes he'll throw a ball just like that. There's not too much you can do about that.
On the defensive side of the ball, is there a teammate that has caught your eye that you probably didn't know of before you came to Vegas, and now that you're like, hey, he can ball?
I'm not gonna say that I didn't know of him, but I mean, just E-Rob working with Atlanta. He's helped our defense, so far a whole lot. Just his confidence in the huddle, and kind of just his leadership, what he's expecting of certain guys, and in certain times, in certain situations in practice. Isaiah, I pull him out. He's been great as well. He's been very communicative, and he showed his leadership as well. So those are just two examples, but yeah, I mean, there's plenty more just around the defense as a whole.
Jeremy,
Max, of course.
Pete Carroll made it very clear when he got here, this is not a rebuild. They want to win now, right? And they want a quick turnaround. You saw that firsthand last year with the team. That experience, you're able to bring that to the table in this locker room. How important is that for you?
I mean, it's great because, like you said, I've seen it. Last season being in Washington. I mean, it's obviously a different team, a different place, different situation, but I've seen what it takes to be able to just kind of have that immediate turnaround. And I think it starts with the guys in the locker room, and I truly believe we have the right people in our locker room.
Was there something you saw last year, around this time last year with Washington, that nobody else saw, that you guys knew in the locker room, hey, we're better than people think? Was there something you saw that maybe is similar here?
The veteran leadership, for sure. Guys like Max, guys like Landon, guys like myself. So just having guys, I really haven't seen. I've seen from afar, really, on the offensive side of the ball. But just having guys like I just mentioned, I think it starts there.
You've seen out of Darian Porter thus far?
He's been playing really well. He's got great technique. He's confident. So it's cool to see. Every time you can see a young guy just kind of come in like out of college and just feel like he understands it, it's pretty cool. So I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the table.
I know you came from another historic franchise, but like, what does it mean just to wear the silver and black, just knowing like the lore behind the Raiders?
Yeah, it's great. One, this organization and fan base is one of a kind. You know, I experienced that a little bit when I went to Bakersfield, California, first time in, and just seeing the fans there. Just the passion and how deeply rooted it is from Las Vegas to Oakland and all throughout the Bay Area. So it's great. It's super special to be a part of. Now, you know, I've always witnessed it from afar, but now being here, it's a blessing to be a part of.
Last year you talked about having better offers, but wanting to be in Washington for believe what they've had, they've Coach Quinn, all those things.
Yeah.
What was it about Las Vegas that you wanted to be a part of?
I was really excited for the opportunity to work with Coach Carroll. You know, he was someone when I was coming out of college, you know, I kind of thought maybe I was going to go to Seattle and kind of have a certain role there and be able to play, you know, under Coach Carroll. But, you know, obviously paths go different ways, and, you know, I'm grateful for the path that I had and the path that I've taken. But having this opportunity now and being able to talk to him and during that process, I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer.
Jeremy, are you asking Coach Carroll, like, what did Kam Chancellor do in this? What did Earl Thomas do in this? And you know,
you know, I don't really ask about like specific guys or specific plays, but I mean, I see it all the time. They've shared it, and like I grew up watching those guys, so like I kind of know like how they went about certain things, you know, on the field, at least on Sundays. I didn't get to see that behind the scenes all the time, but even working with like Bobby Wagner last year, I was able to, you know, ask a lot about, you know, some of the guys that he played with in the Legion of Boom.
What is it about Pete Carroll that makes you want to buy in, that makes him such a great leader, and has he been as advertised?
Yeah, I mean, better than. But his energy, I mean, it's contagious. Like it's real, and just the belief that he has and his guys, the belief that he has in me, you know, it only builds my confidence up and ultimately my ability to go out there and succeed.
Center in the secondary is still pretty young, especially that same group. What's the biggest thing, you know, as a veteran leader that you try to preach to these guys every day?
Consistency, and the game is about the ball at the end of the day.
All good, guys?
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.